Hey everybody, it's Jochen Heiden. I'm back with the Hellsen versus Heiden campaign. This is War in the Pacific Admirals Edition Scenario 2. We are now in the 6th of January 1942, turn 31. Let's find out what happens. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Hellsen's got for us today. Tawi Tawi, now occupied by the Japanese. Ooh! Something hit a mine. Something hit a mine. Alright. Oh, man, K-13's trying really hard. But it looks like they fired a ton of torpedoes. That's something. Now we have to write out this damage. And with the luck I've had with my subs, we'll take damage from this. But man, that sub-captain, yep, we just took a hit. He fired 2 different racks of torpedoes at these guys. Hopefully the Dutch sub can make it through this. I think we made it through with minor damage. Nope, nope, we're not done. They're coming back around. Oh, come on, man. Give it a rest already. I wonder what hit a mine. You heard that, right, guys? Okay, so we took 1 hit, probably minor damage. 4 torpedoes fired. Look at all the stuff he's got here. Man, that's a lot of ships. Something just sank. You hear that? That's not my ship. Kilty's going down. Okay, he's landing at Ketapang. He's going for Finchhofen. And I kind of predicted this last turn that that's probably where he was going to go. And there he is. Man, what had a mine? I don't remember where I laid mines anymore. Okay, so we got more landings at Ambon here. Haruna takes 1 shell hit. Nothing that it can't shrug off. No. Oh! Oh! Whoa! We just hit the Nagato. Oh, yes! Oh, we just got a torpedo into the Nagato. That's awesome! Oh, hope we don't die now. Oh. That's great, man. Come on, K-13. You're my hero now. Stay alive. Stay alive. Nice. That ain't gonna sink the ship by any means, but you'll have to go back to a shipyard for repairs for that one. Nice job, K-13. Really nice. Man, that's probably one of the best hits I've seen in either campaign that I've had yet. Alright. Air operations coming up. Ooh. Dealing with some ASW right there. obviously a large collection of ships near Kendari. Okay. Expecting heavy bombing in Sion area today. Bandung sweep. Ooh. I think he's going to send a lot of bombers to Lashio. Alright. I'm expecting lots of bombing all up and down through here today, so we'll kind of get through this pretty quick. This terrain is not good for us. It's clear, so we're going to take a lot of losses on this road. Okay, he's bombing Bandung. Very much expected. Ground attack a bit further up. It is a little concerning that we're taking that many losses still. This train should be better than that. Okay, still taking heavy losses on this road here because it's not good terrain for us. But we have to traverse it. Yeah, we're just gonna take heavy losses here. There's just no way around it. Let's see if we can damage the Sally again with the Lusu warrior throwing rocks up in the air. That didn't look like it. Okay, some more sweeps over Lashio. I'm waiting for the bombers to show up. Whoa, 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 slow down. Wow, this thing's going nuts. Chill, bro. Oh! I think we missed something. Oh, man, that I think I hit escape one too many times. And yeah, we oh. We're getting some hits on ships coming in here. Alright, so the Meibashi Maru and the Ziyuyo Maru take shell hits from the coastal guns. I hit escape and the game went nuts, but it looks like that Kilty, the destroyer out there in the South Pacific, did finally go down. I was expecting it to anyway. Oh, Makassar too. Dang, he's not wasting any time. Man, he's landing at Makassar as well. Huh. He's really moving fast out here. Okay. Ground combat here. And more stuff happening here in Malaya. These guys are all kind of goners anyway. Still alive though. Okay. Bombardment at Bandung. Not much to worry about there. Bombardment at Clark. Wow. It's a pretty nice trade there. Look at that. Jeez. Japanese didn't get a good Gary Grigsby roll on that one. Alright. And this is the tank regiment just chasing our damaged troops out from Palembang back to Benkolin. And those guys just up and quit. Okay. See how Kindari holds out. I think they can last a turn. No way! Really? Come on, guys. I'm not impressed. Not impressed, Dutch army. Yeah, that was... yeah, not so good. Oh, there goes Kindari. Makassar... Yeah, they did hold. I kind of thought that they might. Oh, it was just a bombardment attack. Okay. Another bombardment here. I don't see us able to hold at Ambon if we couldn't hold at Kindari. But it was just bombardment, so... Alright. We'll see what kind of reinforcements we get here. A couple of my battleships are going to refit there in Pearl. Because why not? So he's not in Rangoon quite yet. Squadron at Aden. Another unit at Chungking. Supply convoys at Cape Town are always helpful. Alright. Not the worst thing ever. We hit the Nagato with a torpedo. Holy desync. Apparently the Lodra campaign isn't the only place where I can have desyncs. I have them here too. Wait till you see this. Alright, well let's just start with this stuff today. Aircraft losses. 6-4. Who knows even with this desync, right? It's showing 4 for me, 6 for him. Here's the numbers. Pilot losses for me, 3 KIA. I don't even really know where they were at now. Army losses are showing as 18 for the Allies and 1 for the Japanese, of course, because that makes sense, right? For the whole campaign, the Japanese are now up to 76.97. That's a 14-point increase and a ratio increase to 1.035. So this turn wasn't too bad, not too damaging for me as far as points go. But yeah, let's talk about the desync that I experienced, because you may recall from the version of the game that I watched, Kindari fell. Well, in this one, they're doing just fine. So yeah, the reason I can tell this is because the combat report does not match, and I'll show you where it starts to deviate. If you watch my Lodra campaign, you should be very familiar with these stupid desyncs now, and apparently they've infiltrated here too. But remember when we heard that mine hit? Apparently that was accurate, and the DMSW-9 at Surabaya hit a mine while it was minesweeping. Now, we heard it sink in my game. In this one, we're not necessarily seeing any proof of that. Oh, yeah. I forgot to show you this. Ship sunk. The only thing that we lost was the Kilty. And I'll show you where that was in a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So, this is where it starts to go south here. Let me see if I can find it. So many air attacks. Kuala Lumpur. It's just casualties there. Okay. Bandung. Clark Field. Kindari. Okay, in our version of the game, the base fell. Here, it did not. And this is the actual accurate one. What you saw in the replay was the desync. This is the actual. So we did not lose Kindari this turn. They were able to hold out. So yeah, that's the main difference between this version and the other one. Kindari fell in the replay. In actuality, we still have it for another turn. Alright. We also had the K-13 right here got attacked by the escorts. And here it is. It did take a hit. A little bit of damage anyway. But not enough to do enough damage to it, I guess. And I do want to confirm that we did get the torpedo hit into the Nagato. See if I can find that. Because that happened in our game version, and I would hate for that not to be the case now. Let's see if I can find it. There's a lot to feed through here. Okay, no. That's not it. Let's try up here a little higher. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay. So the K-13 did, in fact, get a torpedo into Nagato. So that's pretty awesome. It's not pretty common for me to have any luck with my submarines at all. So getting a torpedo hit into a Japanese battleship is definitely noteworthy. It won't sink it, but he'll have to probably take it back to a major shipyard to have it repaired. Singapore or something like that. So at least we hit something. You know, K-13. Let's look at that captain again. Proud of that guy. Captain Van Kamperhout. And his stats aren't even that good, man. Aggression's pretty low. Naval skills not that good, but he pulled it off, man. Good for him. Yeah, so we talked about that desync, and there was Kendari was a big difference, right? Let's talk about SIGINT real quick. We have some weird radio transmissions today, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Also, you can see he's moving more troops to Leh, because he's going to use that to work towards Port Moresby for sure. But we had some weird radio traffic out here, like, where is it at? Like, yeah, 128, 103. Look where this is at. It's kind of, where's NOE talk at? Let's head out this way. 128, 103. So he's got some ships moving way the heck out here. Who knows where he's going with that? Maybe between Truk and Wake Island or something. Kind of weird. Something to keep an eye on, but I don't know if we can really act on that. Another one was 118, 120. Somewhere around here. 118... Where is it? 118, 120. Right there. Something moving out here too. Possibly hitting towards Tarawa, or who knows where this is going. But it's got stuff out there. Okay, ops report. You can't trust these too much when you have a desync because a lot of the stuff didn't happen. For example, Kendari did not get captured. So basically, the Kilty did sink. This didn't happen. A lot of this stuff did happen. So I don't see anything super noteworthy to discuss in this. But again, a lot of this other stuff may or may not have occurred due to the desync. Okay, let's talk about our favorite place, China. China. Not really much to discuss in China this turn. We're just continuing to retreat at Xi'an and build positions further north. Down here, nothing else really happening down here either. So China's been relatively quiet this turn. The only thing I do see that's noteworthy is the Japanese do seem to be moving into Wenchao now. See the little movement thing? We've got 1,500 AV there. We've got some forts. We have ×3 terrain. So this will be quite the slog for him. He's going to have to bring a lot of force down here to neutralize the space. So we'll keep him tied down here for a while. Over in Burma, the only thing to really note here is that he is now into Rangoon and also moving up the road towards Toungoo. So he'll take Rangoon next turn because we're not there. And then he's got the Burma road completely shut down, and that cuts off our 500 supplies a day in the China at Suyang. And then once that's done, we are on our own in China. We're only going to be capable of the supply we get from Chungking and other little bases that get supply deliveries like this one. We get 80 there, that kind of stuff, but not much supply production. And that's going to really hasten the fall of China because we just don't have the supplies coming through. But I had to make that decision early on to abandon Burma because Hellsen's just too put together for me to put on a proper defense here. And with me not being able to bring the Indian units into Burma without paying political points, I'm kind of got my hands tied here. I can't bring the thousands of troops from India into Burma that I normally would if I weren't paying the political points. Some more sort of ground combat here in Malaya, but nothing really noteworthy to speak of. We do have Hellsen on the move towards Medan. That's going to be a major oil production facility. He'll take that soon. He defeated us here, and he pushed the remaining troops into Bencoolen. In the in Java, he's got tons of troops now into Bandung, and he's moving even more. And we'll see what happens with that. But he's just going to bleed us out of supply nice and slow. That's his goal here. So that's going to happen, and those guys will die. So this is where our major desync action occurred. What did occur is the fact that we did, in fact, get a torpedo into the Nagato, which is great. Also, we did hold Kendari, even though the replay showed that we did not. So this is what actually happened, and I predicted that we would because the amount of troops that he brought in here didn't seem that good to take Kendari. So we hold out for another turn. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes in here and does a bombardment attack next turn, just to soften it up so we can take it. And then over here we have the 144th Infantry Regiment, the Japanese unit down there. This should be enough to take Ambon in one sitting. So we'll be watching for that, but I don't see these guys lasting very long. Especially with the bombardment task force sitting right there ready to go to clear the way. Over here in the Solomons, he did land here at Finchhofen, which I thought he would. We know he's bringing more ships into Ley, and he's going to use these bases to spearhead the attack on Port Moresby, at least by air for now, and maybe to provide air cover for his ships that are eventually going to do an early Coral Sea type operation in this area. That's my guess. We're going to have like an early Coral Sea operation, only I have 0 carriers here to stop it. So we're kind of on our own, but I definitely think Port Moresby's on his gun sight. It's more or less pretty quiet out here. Vava'u is continuing to build up, and it's coming up nicely. We got the airfield coming up, the port capacity coming up. It's a decent amount of troops, and lots and lots and lots of engineers. Got some fuel on the island now too. So this is definitely my line in the sand base that we're building up, and Hellsen's more or less left us to our own devices. So I'm taking the opportunity to pack up ships that I don't need here, so they're not just sitting out here to die, and I'm shipping them out to parts unknown. I'm not going to tell you where. So over here near Caroline is where we lost the Kilty last turn. It was the ship that it was hit by the carriers about 3 turns ago. It was just foundering out here, and it finally did sink. So now I do have my carriers all refueled from the AOs. Got the heavy cruisers loaded up. ASW Vanguard, another heavy cruiser force, and the AOs. Everything's packed up, and we're going to be sending these guys back to Pearl. And then we'll wait and figure out what we're going to do next. Now, interestingly enough, the Kido Butai is still just kind of malingering out this way. So the way he retreated was interesting. He was over here, then he came up to here. Then he was here, and now he's here. He's just taking it nice and slow, and he's making a point to drive right by my bases, hoping that he can bait out something on its way out. I don't know exactly where he is going. I'm pretty confident, though, that he has to go at least to Baker Island, if not further, to refuel. Because we have a lot of search assets out here right now. And if he had AOs anywhere in this area, we would see them by now. So his AOs are definitely sitting outside of range of Canton. So they're probably over here. If they're not parked in Baker, they're going to be out this way or all the way towards Roy Namur, Kwajalein, Malloy Lap. Somewhere in there perhaps he may have them. But I don't think he's got them in a task force assembled at sea in this area. We'd see them. So we'll have visibility on this guy for maybe 2 days, and we'll kind of project which way he's going to exit the area, and then maybe we can triangulate a general idea of which way he's going from there. But I definitely am not going to be moving my carriers currently at Caroline anywhere near this. As long as they're spotted, we'll go way far around them because I'm not ready to take this fight anymore. Yeah, it didn't happen, so it wasn't meant to be. So I'm going to take the opportunity to get to Yorktown out of San Diego, recombine all these guys, and then we'll have a much more potent striking force to go back out and try something again. So yeah, I guess in conclusion here, my big issue is that I am plagued by desyncs right now. It's happening in the Lodra campaign and now in this campaign. I don't know what to do to fix it. I know it's the allied players, you know, they're the ones that experience it, right? So I I don't know how to fix it, and it's really annoying because I hate to see one thing and then come and find out that it's another. And you'll probably hear me talk about this in my Lodra campaign because I just experienced the desync there as well, and it's super annoying. So if anybody knows how to fix this, by all means, let me know because I don't want to keep dealing with this in either one of these campaigns going forward. Now, the only thing I can think is I have heard that if you get really spammy with the escape key, it could induce a desync. Now, I don't know if that's true or if that's just a wise tale or or what. I do tend to use the escape key a lot, so what I think I'm going to start doing here going forward is when I'm doing the combat replays, I'm not going to hit escape. I can hit the Z key, the space key, manually click the done button. I'll do what I got to do so I don't have to deal with that because that if it's my escape key usage that's inducing these syncs, I need to knock it off because I don't want to keep having to, you know, get stuck dealing with that. So if you know something else, let me know. In the meantime, I'm still alive. This campaign's still going. My carriers are alive. We live to fight another day, and I have a plan, but I'm not going to discuss it right now. But it'll be a good plan. I know it will. I'll catch you guys on the next one.